Good night, everyone. Today's Thursday, December the 22nd, around 9:30 p.m. Guys, not much really happens today, but in, I mean, not much really happens today in when it comes to big movement, but the market, believe it or not, guys, clarified a lot today. Today, the market makes some move in risk, which, I mean, it clarified the idea that we possibly will have a low in place or a high in place in the dollar, and we're gonna get into a more deep correction before any significant bounce in favor of the risk off. So what we're gonna try to do now is cover those ideas with you guys and explain why do we believe that that's what's gonna take place. Let's start with one of the most risk-related pairs in the whole market. That's the Aussie yen. The Aussie yen makes a 5 swing from the lows, which made the case that it's gonna be more continuation to the upside. That's bullish risk, and that's enough to know that a move in favor of the risk is around the corner. That's, very telling what the Aussie yen did. Now, if we take a look at the Aussie yen in the 4 hours, this is what we are expecting on the pair. This pair needs to trade higher, minimum to the equal legs of these two. So we are trading at 79. This pair needs to trade at least at 82, 83 area. With that in mind, we're gonna draw the conclusion that the risk trade is on for about 2 weeks or rally, in my opinion. Now, another risk pair. Let's start another one. We're gonna go with the dollar CAD. Same scenario. The dollar CAD makes, let me look at the charts of the CAD. Let me see if this one. The dollar CAD, yesterday we were expecting a possible nest. Still can be possible in a way of a flat, but there is 5 swings, like we say today on the forum. There is 5 swings on the dollar CAD, and what we are expecting, 2 scenarios possible. First, because of the 5 swings, you always need to look and expect 3 backs, right? Now, another scenario is that the dollar CAD is going to make an extended wave 5 and look for the equal legs of these two moves that comes around 99, another 300 picks to the downside. I'm favoring, I don't know, maybe the standard, or maybe this is just wave 1 that's taking place. We're going to correct in wave 2, and then the risk is going to keep going lower. But it's very clear what the direction of the market is. Now, we cancel the Aussie short. Even still the trade can be possible, but we don't feel comfortable with those 2 pairs making risk move to be long risk, short risk, because it doesn't make sense to let you stop out right here. Maybe still this can be the path and the pair is nesting, but this scenario to the downside right now is less likable. Now, let's take a look at the S&P. What do we say last night on the S&P, guys? We say last night that in the last move out, the S&P did, the S&P did 1, 2, 1, 2, and a small correction, still, it looks like that's gonna be. Maybe we're gonna get a small correction before another move higher. We mentioned that there won't be no deep correction in the S&P. Still, there can be the case that this is A, like I say, and this is B, but it looks well positioned, and the divergence that I got in the RSI looks to be the divergence of this move, not of the whole move. So you gotta go with a bullish risk also right there. It still can be the case that we're gonna get a three backs in A, B, C, or a type of flat. But well, that's possible due to the fact that the risk pairs made 5 ways. And then if the risk pairs made 5 ways, guess what? We're gonna correct in 3 backs, all right? So, but bullish risk, guys, should be the trades. Now, let's move on to the euro dollar. We're starting to favor the 2 counts that we've been presenting. Either this one, this is S, this can be S, guys. Let me show you something. This can be S, or this can be W, or the small time frame. What I don't like about the scenario that this is a continuation like this is that it's gonna break below this channel right there. But technically the channel doesn't go there, the channel goes there, because you put the channel in top of the high. This is a secondary channel for me, in my view. But well, it looks like we're gonna get another high. If we go like a 1 hour in the euro, the pair looks that this is at the end of the day. The decline here is corrective. We're still expecting another low to make a case around 130, 129, 70 area that we've been talking all morning. But this is corrective, and this is a questionable fight, so I will favor the upside on the euro. And this is telling you one thing, guys, that the correction is gonna be, the correction should be one more high to the upside, and that the S&P won't get a very deep correction, in my view. Now, with that in mind, let's keep going. The euro pound, it looks like it's also ready for the bounce, like we've been showing. It's showing a very good divergence even in the 4 hour, and I'm expecting euro strength, guys, very soon, like we've been saying for the last 5 or 6 days. Now, gold did not make that much move today. What is important now to know in gold, if this drop is a 5-way move, for that we have to move to the, we have to move to the 5 or 10 minute chart and use the RSI to analyze that. And then in the RSI, it can be seen that it can be a 5-way move. So 3 backs around here should be sold in gold. Now let's move on to the dollar and some of the metals there. Okay, on the metals, we're going to start with copper. Dr. Copper makes a 5-way leading diagonal from the lows, which is very dangerous. Not very dangerous, for the bears, but this is very bullish. So what we are expecting is a move higher in copper, and consequently a move higher in the risk in general. Now, let's take a look at copper in the 4 hours. Remember, copper needs to get to around 4. So technically, right now, we are ending most likely a wave A. It's going to be a 3 backs and a rally to about this level, and that's very important. Every risk pair have made 5 without taking the high that happened around October, which means that that's gonna get some legs to the upside, because if you got 5 without breaking the high, you're expecting, and that's wave A or wave 1, you're expecting a continuation to the upside. The same happened with oil. Look at oil. Oil has made a swing of 5 ways without taking the high, meaning that oil is going to go minimum to 108, 110 area. If we take a look at oil in 1 minute, in 1 hour, we see a move that is almost completed, and we're expecting some type of correction in the metals, talking about copper and talking about oil, which also can lead to the idea that that the dollar can get some type of weakness or strength before a bounce higher. But don't discount the straight out correction, guys. Now the dollar no change at all. What we see on the dollar is that maybe we are in this scenario when we have one more high, but we're kind of favoring right now this scenario when the dollar finish A right there, and then we are in W ended, we are in some type of S, and then from there A, B, C to the downside before continuation and finish the 5th way or the W in the dailies and the weekly. Now the dollar in a 1 hour, this is what we like. We believe that the dollar, it did either 1, 2, 1, 2, possible ending here, or it's gonna end either here or here around 80.37, or the dollar, it did A, B, C, W, S, and then it's gonna be a 3-way move to the downside. But we are kind of favoring the downside on the dollar at this stage, because the recovery from this low is anything but important. All right? So with that in mind, talk to you guys tomorrow. Hope everyone have a good night. Thank you.